What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I want to address the second stimulus check. I want to address some stimulus coming up, new stimulus that you could potentially get, and also I want to address a form of somewhat hazard pay. A lot of people have reached out to me over the past few weeks asking for help, and I want to provide you with this help as well. Now, with millions of Americans currently out of work, with many more losing their jobs permanently, many do not have a way to pay their rent, and a lot of people are currently struggling to just put food on the table on a daily basis. So because of this, it is time that our government steps up and helps out. However, we cannot rely 100% on our government. You can see this has been going on for months, and they are still no closer to a resolution than they were 4 or 5 months ago. What I can tell you is whether a new stimulus package gets passed on a federal level is out of my control. I can't do anything about it. I wish I could snap my fingers and there it is. However, I can't do that. But what I can do is I can show you where you can get some additional stimulus right now. Some of these are very easy, some are very basic, some take a little bit of work. So make sure you stay tuned, watch this entire video because I want to help you out. Today, here's what I'm going to do in this video. First off, I want to address the second stimulus check. Where is it at? What is currently holding it up? And where should we expect things to move going forward? I also want to address new stimulus that is available to millions. Millions of people can get this, and most people don't realize it's there. And I want to end this video and address a form of hazard pay that I've helped multiple people, over a dozen people, get in the past few weeks, and it does work. It's very simple, very easy to do. If you are currently working, this could potentially work for you as well. So let's address the second stimulus check. Now, can you do me a favor? If you enjoy videos where I just talk about additional ways you can get some help, whether it's a little bit of help, a lot of help, doesn't really matter, but if you enjoy that, can you do me a favor? Go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. I really appreciate it, and also share this video with your friends and family over on Facebook as well, so they too can learn about new stimulus that might be available to them as well. So again, back to the second stimulus check. As of this morning, there has been no new news regarding the second stimulus check. It has not passed yet. It's not coming tomorrow. Do I have a date when the second stimulus check will arrive in your bank account? No, I don't. Many people, some experts, are still predicting that as of right now, a second stimulus check is still a long ways away, simply because it's tied to many other pieces of legislation within that stimulus package. Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer have been adamant, saying they will not pass a piecemeal deal. It will be a full package or nothing at all. So here are some of the things that are currently holding up the second stimulus package, or second stimulus check, excuse me. First is state and local government funding. Right now, Nancy Pelosi, they want over $400 billion. Republicans don't want that much. Another thing is unemployment. Nancy Pelosi and House Democrats want $600 per week, but Republicans are closer to $300 to $400 per week. Another thing is that President Trump could potentially pass. We don't know. This is still something that the White House has been looking into for like 2 or 3 weeks. Can President Trump do another round of executive orders where he would send out stimulus checks to the American people? He'd provide another round of unemployment benefits to those that are currently unemployed, and also provide a little bit of relief to airlines who, as of today, if they don't have any stimulus package agreed on today, tomorrow, tens of thousands of airline employees will be permanently let go. Now, I continually remain optimistic that a new stimulus package, the next round of stimulus, will eventually get passed, and we'll see another round of unemployment, we'll see PPP funding, we'll see rental assistance, we'll see food assistance, and we will see a second stimulus check. However, as of right now, I don't know if anything is getting any closer. So, As I know more, I will definitely let you know. I promise I will keep you updated and informed as things move forward. If, and hopefully when a second stimulus check gets passed, it will be for $1,200 for filers and $1,200 for their spouse and $500 for dependents. There's a lot of videos out there on YouTube saying $2,000 per month, $3,400 per month. Those are not right. Those are false. They're just giving you, false hope. That would never happen. And if a video comes out, which I've seen multiple videos over the past month, where videos come out saying $2,000 per month, if it's a monthly stimulus check, it's not going to happen. Currently, Democrats are not proposing this, and Republicans would never agree to this. Now, I know that $1,200 in your pocket, in your bank account, is not a lot of money. It will not take you very far. However, it's better than nothing. So, what I want to do today is show you some simple ways that you can put a little bit more money back into your pocket. Whether it's additional $1,200, a few $1,000s, or maybe just a couple hundred. Any little bit right now helps out a lot. So, did you know that if you have a 401k, that you can take money out of your 401k because of the CARES Act? Yes, in the CARES Act, it was written that during this pandemic, that if a person wants to withdraw money from their 401k, they can do so without that 10% penalty. So, if you have some money in your 401k and you'd like to withdraw some of it or even all of it, you have the ability to do so without paying a penalty. Now, what I want to say is that I do not recommend this. It's difficult to put money into your accounts. A lot of people do not want to do that. And most people will never have enough money to retire on with their 401k alone. So I don't recommend you pull it out if you can help it. But if you don't have any money, you're looking for some additional stimulus, you can be the one that provides that stimulus for yourself. Just take some money out of your 401k. If you have questions on this, just go to your bank, call your financial institution, and figure out what you can do with the money that you have. Another very big thing that people are doing right now that is available to you, if you are a homeowner, you can go and get mortgage forbearance. What that means is you do not have to pay interest, you do not have to pay your payment, and you do not have to do this for a set amount of months. You can get up to 12 months of mortgage forbearance. The cool thing about this, and the best part, is you don't have to pay let's say you take 6 months of mortgage forbearance and you have a payment of $1,000. Simple math, I'm going to use $1,000. If that's the case, at the end of 6 months, many people think they have to pay a lump sum of $6,000 because they waited 6 months to make a payment. That's not true. With the CARES Act, under the CARES Act, you can actually take mortgage forbearance. You can take that $1,000 per month for the next 6 months, put it into your pocket, and then your loan would actually be extended an additional 6 months. You don't have to pay anything at the end of 6 months. You can wait for, let's say you owe 28 years left of your mortgage. You'll wait 28 years and then they're going to tack on an additional 6 months because of this point in time. So it's a great opportunity. It's a great way to put a little bit of money back into your pocket. If you don't plan on buying any real estate, if you don't plan on buying a new house anytime soon, this might be your best bet to save some money and be able to afford those essentials, those necessities that you need to live. Another great way to give yourself a small little stimulus check is to contact your bank if you have an auto loan. Contact your bank and let them know, hey, I'm struggling a little bit. I could really use some help. I've been good on all my payments. I've never been late. Could we potentially work something out where, maybe I only pay interest over the next 3 months, and then the payment will get tacked on to the end. Or I'll make a lump sum payment. I'll pay off a third of it every so many months or so every month, right? You can work out these deals with your banks. Just the other day, I was actually going back and forth in an email with somebody that sent me a message, and that was essentially what I suggested to them. Just call your bank and see if there's something you can do. This person had a truck payment of $760 $760 some. I don't know the exact number, but $760 for a truck payment. They are now going to pay interest only for 3 months. And then the rest of that, they're going to make up those 3 missed payments over the year. They're going to add it on. So they'll take 3 payments and they're going to split it up over the course of an entire year. So it's going to make their payment a little bit higher at month 4, month 5, month 6, so on. But they get 3 months right now with just interest only. So it is an option. It's not the best option, but it does work and it will put some money into your pocket. Something else that many people don't realize is there's still rental assistance out there. Whether it's a state level rental assistance program, it's a more local, a county-wide rental assistance program, or specific to your city. There's so many rental assistance programs out there. If you are currently behind on rent, if you are struggling, you're not working, your hours have been cut, your wages were cut, what you need to do is see about qualifying for rental assistance. In most cases, they will pay 1 month up to 3 months worth of your rent. So in some cases, I know there are some places where they will pay up to $10,000 in rental assistance. So if you need some help, go to google.com, type in rental assistance in your city or your county or your state. Do those 3 things and I guarantee you, you're gonna find something. What I can tell you right now is as we move closer to that November 3rd election date, it's going to be very difficult to pass some form of federal stimulus. So it might be up to you and your local sources to secure this stimulus for yourself. The federal government, as of right now, may be too busy advancing their own agendas to truly care about us, the American people, and the voters. Now, I want to address how there's new stimulus available to millions of children. Here's the thing. Did you know that almost all states will be offering a second round of pandemic EBT for this upcoming school year? Now, this means that if you have school-age children, it doesn't matter the age, doesn't matter how much they're going to school. If you have school-age children, they can receive or if they receive free or reduced meals from your school district, they would automatically qualify for pandemic EBT. The way this works is pandemic EBT sends you, if you qualify, they send you a debit card, a pandemic EBT card, and you can use that EBT card to purchase food for your children. Now, this is not a lot of money. It's not a huge help, but it helps out a little bit. In most cases, you're going to get paid about $5 per child per day. This is per day they would be in school. So, let's say for the month of September, we'll just say there was 4 full weeks of school. That would be 20 days. 20 days times $5 a day per child is $100. So, at a minimum, you could be getting $100 per month for one child to help yourself pay for food, to put it on the table so that your child never goes hungry. Again, I know this is not a lot. $100 for food for an entire month is not a lot for a school-age child. However, it's a little bit and it does help. So a little bit can potentially go a long way. Now, here's what I want to address regarding hazard pay. Everybody looks at hazard pay and they think, okay, I'm essential because my employer says I'm essential. In most cases, just because your employer said you are essential does not mean you are technically essential based on government or federal standards. So, over the past couple of months, I have helped out over a dozen people, okay, and get them to talk to their employer to give them a little bit more. Whether we call it pandemic pay or not, whether we call it hazard pay or not, it doesn't matter. Give them a little bit of a pay bump. And here's how we do it. It's actually pretty simple and it's very basic. I'm going to walk you through it. But here's the thing that you need to understand. Employers do not want their employees coming to them and telling them, hey, you need to pay me hazard pay because I've been working here during this pandemic. I've been spending long hours away from my family, risking my life. You need to do this. An employer, as an employer, I would not pay my employee more because they came to me like that. What I would do if I was the employee, and this is what I recommend to all these people, and it's worked on almost every single situation that they've been through, it's actually pretty simple. First, go and talk to your boss. Do not send an email. If you send an email or a text message, just ask, what is a good time we can talk? Do not ask for a raise, a pay bump over the phone, okay? So here's what I recommend you do. Sit down with your boss and explain to them, you know, I've been very important to this company. I've done things that others were not willing to do. I've spent long hours away from my family, away from my friends, because I wanted to help out this company through a very tough time. Well, I would appreciate it if the company would help me out in a tough time as well. And then let them know, hey, I'm having a tough time. You know, my wife, my husband is not working as much. He's not getting paid as much. You know, I'd really appreciate if we can figure out a way there where the company can pay me a little bit more. Give me a little bit of an increase in pay. And when you point out the things that you have done for the company that others were not willing to do, this is where the employer looks at you as a long-term investment. They look at you as an essential employee to the growth of their company. And those are the people that we employers want to keep on. So, what you need to understand, okay, to wrap this up, what you need to understand is that employers are not looking for new ways to pay their employees more money. That's not what a company does. A company wants to keep their costs low, which means they want to keep their employees, their wages a little bit lower. They will not just randomly go out and say, hey, you did good, I'm going to give you an extra $2 raise. That's not the way a business is run. If you want a raise, if you want a little bit of a pay bump, you need to go to your employer yourself and ask for it. Employers will not randomly seek you out to give you extra money. That's not the way it works. You have to ask for a raise if you really do deserve it. Remember, the business, if it requires you to run, you are essential to that business. You don't need to be essential to the economy or to the world. That doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is you, and your position is essential to that business. If it is, you can easily get a pay increase. So if you have any questions, you need some help, you can always ask your questions down in the comment section below. Just want to thank you guys for watching today's stimulus update. If you have questions on how you can get additional stimulus, how you can get some more help, again, please ask me down in the comment section below. That's the only reason I created this video, is so that you know there are other things out there other than a $1,200 stimulus check. Rental assistance, okay? Take money from a 401k. Get money from your auto loan, from the bank. You don't have to pay them. Take mortgage forbearance. There's so many options here. So again, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, do me a favor, smash that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys on the next one.